welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Kathy, and this is my October studio vlog. I had a really productive month. I have so much to show you. I worked really hard to get ready for my show, so I'll tell you about how that went. And I also got a chance to work on some of my bigger items, so I can't wait to show you that. We had Thanksgiving this month, and I also took a short trip to Toronto, so all in all, it's been a pretty busy month. I didn't get everything that I wanted to done, but I got pretty close. So stick around. I hope you enjoy it. Here we are at the beginning of October, and I'm working on my foxes. I really just want to get these done and out of the way. I made some like this at the beginning of the summer for my first show of the season, and they sold out really quickly. So I'm making more for my show coming up on the 25th. I'm hoping they're as popular as they were at the last show. These guys are really quite simple to make, and they don't involve a wire armature, but there's still a lot of separate parts to them. They're taking me forever to finish. Right now I'm making the ears and I'm attaching them. I tend to do everything in batches. I'll make all the ears and attach them, then make all the tails and attach them, etc. I'm using the flat felting method here, but I have a more complicated fox that I'm working on as well, and I'm using the fur planting method for that one that I learned in the summer at Michaela Bartlett's course. So I'm hoping I'll be finished that one for the show too, but more on that later in the video. I couldn't make an October vlog without including some of the stunning foliage that we're so lucky to get to witness every year in this part of the world. I can't even capture a fraction of what it looks like in person. I really think that Eastern Ontario is one of the best places in the whole world for fall foliage, and it's like every year it's almost like seeing it for the first time. You forget how amazing it is. I think it's October 10th today. I'm finally getting a chance to sit down and work on my T-Rex claws, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. I promised myself I'd get the feet done by the end of the month, and I'm going to try as hard as I can to do it. So here's a few steps that I'm taking in making my feet. I'm making all the claws separately, and then I'm going to twist them together and join them in threes, and then I'm going to start building them up with wool. So here's a little look at how I do that. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanksgiving in Canada is the second Monday in October, but we usually celebrate it on the Sunday before that. So on Thanksgiving Sunday, I decided to go to farmer's market and get some apples because I was making an apple pie. And just showing you a few things I saw. There's this guy making really delicious pitas. I tried to keep his
face out because I didn't know if he'd want me to film him, but he started flipping the dough around, so I think he actually did want me to. Anyway, there were lots of treats, maple syrup, of course. It's Canada after all. And here are the apples that I got my apple pie from. I don't do a lot of baking anymore, but when I do, it's usually a pie. And everybody loves my apple raspberry pie, so I took a few shots of it. Ta-da! This has got to be the most unimpressive final photo of a baked item that I've ever taken, but I only cut myself a really small piece and I didn't have any whipped cream or anything with it. Anyway, it ended up being pretty good.
Hey guys, it's mid-October. I think it's October 16th today, and I'm just doing a little bit of work on this new idea I had, but I wanted to update you on how the month was going so far. So I'm actually really happy with my progress because I've been quite busy with school and that kind of thing, but I've managed to finish pretty much everything I'm going to be taking to my show. I didn't manage to get all the owls done. I decided to just put those aside for now, but I did make a whole bunch of foxes and finish those, and a whole bunch of little snowman ornaments. And I posted a couple tutorial videos too. So I made a little teddy bear and a little penguin, and I'm going to use those for my show as well. I just put a hat and a scarf on the teddy bear, and then I had a little beaver too that I did for an Instagram reel a while ago, and I put a little hat on him as well, and a candy cane. So I'm gonna bring those to the show, see if they'll sell. Also almost finished my kits, making up all my kits, and next week I think I'm going to have a full week to just concentrate on making my fox, making my more realistic fox, and working on T-Rex. So what I'm doing now is just a little idea I had to make a snowman with a wired scarf to make it look like it was blowing in the wind. So I don't know where that idea came from. It just came upon me one day and I was like, I gotta try it. So what I'm doing here is I just took a piece of white wire that I have, and I wrapped a bunch of wool around it. I kind of wanted it to look tie-dye, so we'll see how that looks. I'm just felting that right now, and it's taking a while, but for a long time I made these runner ducks that had scarves flying out behind them, and I really liked those, but it took forever to knit these little scarves. I'm not a knitter, and I'm sure some people could do them way quicker, but it would take me a couple hours to finish one of these scarves, and then the time it took to make the runner ducks, and I wasn't able to sell them for nearly as much as I put into them time-wise. This is much faster. It still took a while, but it's a lot faster, and I'm thinking of making a tutorial because I have a feeling I'm going to really like the end result. So hopefully I will be able to show you that at the end of this video.
I did it. I finished my kits. My goal was to do 100 bases. So that's just the basics that each kit has, and then make up 40 of them. So that's them all done, and that's my finger up there. Yep. Showing my whole lineup. It's not full. It was full, but then I got an order for a bunch of kits, which I'll tell you about a bit later. Here's an example of the base of my kit. So each kit has the felting pad, has core wool, it has finger protectors and a needle holder, and it has needles. So that's sort of the basics of every kit. And then each one has the separate wools and little items you need to finish the project. This is our chicken kit. I think he's one of the cutest. And this is just a picture of everything it includes. So, oh, and I spent a lot of time writing this needle felting basics booklet that I'm really proud of too, and writing the instructions. And I think they look good. I hope to add to the lineup. My nephew's been working with me for e-commerce and he did such a good job on the website and our Etsy site. So make sure you check out those links. I'll leave them in the description. So we'll see how that does online. And so far they've been really popular at shows. So I'm hoping at my upcoming show they'll sell really well. On October 18th, I left for Toronto to visit my sister and my daughter. And on the way, I stopped off at this little store in Perth, which is a town on the way from Ottawa to Toronto, and I dropped off a bunch of kits. They'd ordered 12 kits from me, and they wanted to put them in their store, which features work from a lot of local artisans. Really, really beautiful stuff. So it was really exciting to have somebody contact me and show interest in my kits, and I'm hoping they sell well. We will see. This is a shot from my sister's balcony in a really nice area near downtown. And this is actually a sunrise. Really, really gorgeous. And we went out and had a few dinners, and it was just a really cozy visit. Both my sister and my daughter were working for part of it, so I actually had a lot of time to felt. So I worked on my T-Rex's feet quite a bit, and also a really special new project. And I'm super excited about this. My sister's a photographer, and she just takes the most gorgeous wildlife photos. She showed me this picture of a fox that she took, and it's just absolutely stunning. And I thought I would try to recreate it in felt. So that's what I did for part of the visit. And here is a little shot of what I've done on him so far. So this was meant to be done for the show. It didn't quite get done, but I'm really excited about how he looks. There's so much more work to do on his face, and I really want to also capture that beautiful windblown look that his fur has. So there's lots more work to do, but I think it's getting there. Hey guys, so it's October 25th, show day, and this is actually the day before. Here I am packing up my cart, all ready to go, and here I am all set up at the Van Cleek Hill Community Center. So Van Cleek Hill is a little town about an hour and a half outside of Ottawa. So the show was quite small. It was the smallest show I'd ever been to, but it was really, really, really good. There were lots of quality vendors there. I'm right next to somebody who had the most beautiful knits. So this is my setup. I didn't have any large animals except for my velociraptor, which I've decided not to sell. So I didn't have anything, but I had all my foxes, all my little sheep and ornaments, and of course kits. So this is just a little look around the center. I think there were about 30 vendors maybe, so really quite small, but again, really good quality. And it was so busy. There was tons of footfall, so I was really happy with how it went, and I'm definitely going to go back next year. It was kind of cool to see a man knitting. I don't see it very often. I think it's wonderful, and more men definitely should, but it's not something you usually see. So this guy was one of the vendors, and he was knitting a beautiful, beautiful sweater. I had a few mishaps. So I have hand eczema, and I'm in the middle of a pretty bad flare-up, and whenever I use my hands a lot, they tend to crack and bleed. So that happened when I was unloading, started bleeding, and I had to cover them with Band-Aids. It's so unsightly, and it's kind of embarrassing. And of course, I got the question that I often get: are you wearing all those Band-Aids because you poked yourself with the needles so much? I think if that were the case, I would have quit needle felting a long time ago. So anyway, it's a huge pain. I wish I didn't have to deal with it, especially when my hands are in full view, like when I'm doing money transactions and that kind of thing. Oh, and the other thing was that I forgot my utensils, and I couldn't find any at all in the center, not even one fork or spoon. So I had to use stir sticks as my utensils for my lunch. But all in all, it was such a great day. I saw some vendors that I knew, and I met a couple new people and I enjoyed myself a lot.
So just to sort of recap, I kind of look back at over what I had wanted to get done this month, and I thought I got more done than I did. I'm still happy with my productivity, but there were quite a few things on my list from last month that I wanted to get done in October that I didn't get done, but that's okay. So one thing I definitely want to do next month is finish my T-Rex. I finished both his feet. I don't know if you can see, there's wires on the bottom for when he gets attached to his base, but I'm really happy with how the feet look. His tail, I lengthened it a little bit. I wanted it was looking a little short and out of proportion, but I lengthened it, but I gotta fix it. There's, I still gotta do the head and his whole body and everything. So I might make it my mission to finish that in November, since I don't have anything pressing coming up as far as shows and that kind of thing go. I want to finish my fox, so I showed you a picture of him and he's still not done. Like I said, I wanted to finish him for my show and that didn't happen. Couldn't believe how much I sold. I sold all my sheep, so that was 9 sheep, and I sold 3 foxes and lots of ornaments, lots of kits. So I did really well, really happy about it. I don't know, there's a few things about shows that I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing them. I know I'm going to, at least for next year. I'd actually like to do quite a few shows next year, but in the future, I don't really know. It's hard to say if it's worth it or not. So I think I'm probably going to do a video about craft shows and the ups and downs and, are they worth it, pros and cons, that kind of thing. And, one thing that really has always been difficult for me is pricing. So I got a few comments at the show saying your prices are way too low. And then I got a couple, well, no comments saying that they were too high, but people who obviously didn't purchase something because they felt it was too expensive, which I completely understand. But it always makes me wonder, are my prices reasonable? Are they not reasonable? I just don't know. So that's another thought I had for a video about pricing items and how you deal with that and what's the best way to do it. I don't really have any magic solutions, but it's something interesting to talk about. So I may work on that. I also have a few ideas for tutorials coming up. Oh, the little scarf that I was working on, this is what he turned into. And he was actually the first thing to go at my show. He was the first item to sell. So definitely gonna make more of those. And well, maybe not make more because I don't have any shows coming up, but I'll keep it in as an idea for next year. And also I was thinking of doing a tutorial for the snowman. So we'll see. And lots of other ideas for tutorials and how-tos and that kind of thing. I hope you're having a wonderful fall so far, or autumn. It's almost Halloween, so I'll leave you with a picture of my cat, who is our best Halloween decoration. He loves Halloween, but he does not like getting dressed up. So I'll leave you with a photo of him, and I will see you next month. Bye.